Hey everyone, what's up? So a lot of us, I see that Crawford's going through the usual, controversy and everybody just, making up stories, false narratives, the same old thing that he's been dealing with his entire career. So none of this stuff is new, and it's just funny, man. It really is. It shows you no one has this type of reaction, if they're not the truth. You understand? Only the truth gets this type of reaction, and just, what's the word? Just craziness. These people are sitting here. You done tried this for years, and you're still going to go about doing the same things you guys been doing. Again, trying to run a smear campaign and all this other stuff. I don't care. Crawford earned his position. Even if these rumors are true, he wants to fight at 148, 10-pound rehydration clause, you know what I'm saying? Pulling some Canelo type stuff, or he wants to fight him at 147. I don't care which rumor is true. Or he's going to fight him at 154. Again, I just see the same madness being drummed up when it's concerning Terence but Crawford. And it's just laughable to me. This didn't work the past however many years. It ain't going to work anytime soon. I'm trying to tell you. Another thing too is I'm seeing a lot of the Canelo fans hate on Terence Crawford as well. So it's this whole gang up thing again. You know what I'm saying? It's this whole gang up thing again. You guys have to gang up, and this is what you got to try to do against people like a Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Again, if he were fake like everybody else, if he was fake like Canelo, if he was fake like Errol Spence, you guys would have no problem with Terence Crawford. That's just the truth of it. We've told you on this channel plenty of times that the truth always gets persecuted. You know what I'm saying? Again, if he was a fake little fighter just like all the rest of these guys, you guys would not even care about Terence Crawford. But it's the fact that he is the real deal. We spoke about this multiple times. The boxing world can't stand this. They can't stand it. They want boxing to be like Jake Paul. That's the future that they want for this sport. They don't want real fights anymore, and they don't want real fighters anymore. They want little social media type people to be in the sport, like Ryan Garcia and your dude Tank. You know what I'm saying? Guys, we got to give the only certain fights they can win, not fights that are really going to challenge those types of guys. It's the same with Canelo too. Again, he goes through extremes to have to basically win the fight before the fight even makes it to the ring. That's how Canelo has operated and stayed afloat in his career. And I'm trying to tell you guys again, a lot of people, they're overlooking Jermell in this fight. But we've already talked about this point as well. A lot of people, they think Al Heyman is, for the people, by the people, and whatever else. He's not. He's not. Al Heyman's only loyal to money, guys. This is what I've been trying to tell you guys. Jermell Charlo, when him and his brother were on the same pay-per-view, I don't think that pay-per-view sold over 70,000 pay-per-view buys. I think it was around 50. I don't remember the exact numbers. But the Charlos are not ticket sellers, and they're not stars, man. They're really not. They're trying to use Jermell's being undisputed and that type of crap to kind of sell you on this fight that nobody asked for. You know what I'm saying? But Jermell, he doesn't. Just like you guys used to say about Terence Crawford, you don't buy his pay-per-views. You don't pay to go watch him fight. It's just as simple as that. And I'm trying to tell you right now, Al Heyman, again, does not have loyalty to any of the reasons that you guys may think. I'm trying to tell you right now, they will easily rob Jermell Charlo. You can pretty much already assume that that's what's going to happen if Canelo doesn't knock him out. But I think he's really going to give Canelo a fight for his money. And Canelo's probably most likely going to need what he typically needs in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Again, this isn't a situation where you're draining a fighter. And this ain't an Amir Khan situation either, where you're making a small guy move up and you're trying to have him even move to a catch weight on top of it to even get you more of an edge against the guy. In this fight, you ain't fighting no dude like Kovalev, who just got arrested for sexual assault and all this other stuff, and who came out and told us that you're an ignoramus if you thought I was going to win that fight. You know what I'm saying? So again, this whole sport and this whole world, again, is just trying to bank off of fake it till you make it. And Canelo's no different. There's nothing exceptional about Canelo. He does not have this crazy skill that I've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how you Errol Spence fans were here trying to argue with me that he has skills that he doesn't possess. When you just watch film, he makes adjustments and all this other stuff. He didn't make no adjustments, just like we told you he wasn't going to make no adjustments. We dedicated a whole video alone just on his jab, guys. And I'm trying to tell you, these things that you're trying to give and superimpose on Canelo, they're not real. He's not a real fighter. He's fake, just like the majority of everybody else in this sport, guys. He does not break the mold. He does not add anything new to the sport, not even as a moneymaker. A lot of your fights don't sell how people think he sells. Everything about him is built up, just like anybody else. Again, I didn't see Floyd Mayweather have to restructure his contract, guys. You explain that to me. Once Floyd was that guy, the paydays just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. They didn't have to say, well, we made a mistake here. Instead of 30 million guaranteed, we now want you to take like 15. You know what I'm saying? And that was only like 3 fights in that deal. You couldn't even make it to 5 fights while keeping your contract until they had to restructure that contract. And I'm telling you right now, it's not some unforeseen conclusion that Terence Crawford can't beat this guy. Canelo is a guy who I've seen get outboxed for an entire fight multiple times. You guys can sit here and act like you want to believe the judges' scorecards when they said 115, 113 versus Bivol, which is a laughable joke. This guy was given 4 rounds again. You couldn't even secure another 3 rounds on your own merit. They already gave you the gift. The gift was already in your hand, and you still screwed it up. You basically got outboxed almost every round that fight. Like I said, it would be generous to even give this dude 3 rounds. Terence Crawford, they keep thinking that this is fake and he's not this unusual individual. Terence Crawford is something dude, I'm trying to tell you. I don't know what to tell you people. His daughter's over here. Her shoes falling off her foot and she goes and still wins the race, man. I don't know what to tell you guys if you think that Terence Crawford is just some normal individual that's on the level of these other guys. I'm trying to tell you he's built a little different. Again, he was not assisted like guys like Canelo. He's the type of guy that the establishment works against and still does what he does and is still outdoing everybody in his generation. He has a good team. They know how to break down fighters. They know how to see the other fighters' patterns and things like that. He does not have a dumb team. And his approach is very unique compared to other dudes. You have multiple trainers. That's not necessarily a bad idea, especially when you see fighters like Derrick James that try to do everything. And Derrick James ain't even nothing to admire or gawk at. He's not this big, supreme super brain. You know what I'm saying? The matchmaker was the guy that made Derrick James successful. When it's Derrick James, you guys been seeing what's going on. And again, Charlo, he's not even a Derrick James groomed fighter. He's not. Derrick James is just inserted in there for other reasons. Jermell Charlo has a pretty good team as well. Derrick James is just the front man, the face to his team, but he's not the guy that built up Jermell Charlo, guys. As I said earlier, a lot of us are overlooking this Jermell fight. It's funny how Canelo, these guys are always in trouble and they get exposed when it's always a cherry pick gone wrong. Jermell does have a good chance in this fight is what I'm trying to tell you guys. I see Jermell as more of a risk to Terence Crawford than I do Canelo. That's just how I feel. My opinions have always been against the norm. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But we've always backed our stuff up with film. And we've given you some pretty accurate predictions on this channel, guys. Even when it came to Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko. I don't bandwagon the popular, opinion that a lot of these other people build their channels on And then they all play dumb in the end, like, oh, nobody saw Crawford doing this 2 arrow spins. Like, dude, we were one of the few that was calling out the truth. And I'm trying to tell you, Canelo, he does have far better considerable skill than an arrow spins. He does have intangibles and things like that, but he's nothing out of this world, guys. Nothing how today's boxing tries to hype him up, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, Crawford's different than anything. These Kell Brooks, these Amir Khans, these Sean Porters, you understand the arrow spinches. Look who he's fought. He ain't fought nobody. Canelo Alvarez even saying this crap. I fought this guy, and well, you didn't fight me, was what Crawford told every single one of those guys. And again, this ain't no Canelo type, arrow spins type nonsense where you're having these close fights and splits decisions. He makes who the winner is real clear. He's only getting a rematch off a one-sided beatdown. You understand, you're not even, the rematch doesn't even have to do with the fact that the fight was close or competitive. But your boy Canelo over here ducks rematches. And we all know why. He only fights guys at the most opportunistic moment to fight them, or tries to make it an unfair event. I'm telling you guys right now, I think PBC, of course they're going to rob Jermell Charlo. I think there's going to be controversy in this fight. But I'm telling you, as far as PBC and what they have to offer Canelo as to make a big fight, Terence Crawford is the biggest option to make the most money. And I know people don't want to hear that nor believe it. Plant, all those guys didn't have the support that a Terence Crawford had. He had Omaha, but he was proven in other markets, such as Madison Square Garden, such as Vegas. And yes, he sold more pay-per-views than a lot of those dudes, especially the Charlos. So again, I don't know how or what's gearing up. Again, I expect controversy, but a 7-5 win for Canelo over Jermell. And we done seen this song and dance so many times. People are gonna feel that Jermell got robbed. That could easily be what happens, guys, because it's happened throughout Canelo's career, even early on in his career. It was Vasquez who he robbed. And this guy was like a lightweight or something on top of that. So again, this has been going on in Canelo's career. It's not out of the norm that that's most likely what will happen this fight. I think Jermell's going to make a better count than what people think. But again, I don't fall into this popularity contest crap. How you people, value boxers today in this era of boxing. I'm trying to tell you, these guys that they want you to believe are greats and all this other they're not great to me, guys. They're really not. There are people that call guys like Roy Jones and Mike Tyson's hype jobs. And then the guys that you're trying to show me that you're hyping up, you understand, they're not even gifted like these guys. They're not. It's like they don't even have to have some kind of outrageous skill or something special about them for you guys to be fooled today. And I just find that stuff laughable. But yeah, I've been going over some film like Canelo, like I said. I don't think he's anything that Crawford can overcome. And Jermell Charlo, I think he's going to shock a lot of people as well. Just because Canelo's not what a lot of you want him to be. You know what I'm saying? He's really not. And that's just the story of today's boxing summed up. We will talk to you guys later. I see the same old stuff happening. Terence Crawford's in the tabloids for some nonsense again. People are still thinking that these same weapons that they've been using are going to finally work at some point. I don't think it's going to work, guys. We will talk to you guys later, man.